to Daily Wisdom. We spend 10, 15 minutes every day going through some wisdom principles to help you succeed in your life, in your business. And today, we're going to talk about a topic named separation seasons. If that sounds like something interesting to you, like this, share this, tag someone in this. Also, subscribe to our YouTube as well. Now, normally, we do these live through our Zoom session. And today, you notice my background's a little bit different. I'm actually out here at the airport. It is 4:05 a.m. at San Francisco Airport, and thus the lighting, thus the quietness. I don't want to speak too loud, but I have a quick but important message today. We're going through a season that we're preparing you for what's called a quantum leap in your life. And a quantum leap is achieving results that you before thought was impossible, where 1 plus 1 doesn't equal 2, 1 plus 1 equals 11. Now, how do you do that? We talked about the notion of having a goal, having something that you're dreaming about, setting that down. Right? And as you start to meditate on this new goal, it changes the way that you think. And if you truly want 2023 to be a different year than 2022, then it's kind of logical to think that we're going to have to do things differently than we did before. But how do you know that you're moving in the right direction? And what in particular now can we do to make sure that the next year is different? Well, here's the question. What are you doing this week? You see, Ed Milet has a great concept. He calls it separation seasons. And what he says is this: if you look at life as a competition, and we're only competing against ourselves, but there's typically days or moments that when most other people are moving one direction, this is your opportunity to be able to move ahead. Winning in a game, winning in life, it's not about doing giant, big campaigns necessarily. It's about the small little decisions that we make on time frames that matter. If you think about it in a football game, for example, one move could change the game. One play could change the game. So the concept is a separation season. And this week is definitely one of those. This is typically the slowest week of the entire business year because it's holidays, right? It's Christmas. And then there's New Year's. And obviously, this is when if the world's slowing down, we can slow down too, right? Like we've worked hard, we should enjoy. And of course, we should spend time with family and we should enjoy. And of course, those are important. But here's the challenge today. If you want a quantum leap in 2023, what are we going to do this week? What are we going to do today that's different from what we might normally do? Here's what most people do. This week, they chill. Post-Christmas, they're in the pajamas. They're kind of thinking about their next year, and they're getting prepared to launch their New Year's strategies and their New Year's diets and New Year's goals. And in business, they kind of just slow down, right? Because everyone else is slowing down. But separation season, these holidays are just a couple days. Christmas is really just one day. Christmas Eve, perhaps 2 days. New Year's Eve, 1 or 2 days. But what about the rest of the days? If we want 2023 to be a quantum leap, what are we going to do now? Are we going to wait until next week or do something different now? So my thought to us today is this: what are we doing different today than we would normally do, not even just in a new year during this time, but also during a normal day as well too? So why I'm at the airport? Well, as we've been thinking about these ideas, has been challenging this thought of a quantum leap, you're going to know that you're getting quantum leap ideas because you're getting different ideas, different inspired thoughts. And we talked about taking inspired action. So we took the inspired action. There's actually a very strong business project that I'm working on. Came just this last week or two. Seemed crazy. And I'm going to be meeting with someone I've never met with before in person. But I'm going to be spending a couple days out in Houston, Texas, to meet and discuss these potential business plans and projects. Right? It sounded nuts. I've never met this person in person. We've clicked online. We had a conversation before. We have similar goals in a similar direction, right? You know that you're moving into the right direction when you're thinking big thoughts, different thoughts. You start, uh, uh, you start attracting people that think on the same place that you're at. I remember this conversation with my friend as I was discussing this business idea. This person was like, James, I was thinking something along the same lines as well too. I was thinking about this the previous week. I was thinking about you. Can you believe that? Here's someone that I barely know, and he barely knows me, yet we're both thinking on the same wavelength and we are connecting with each other. And it just so it's confirmed that both of us are thinking along the same lines. So we end up in this conversation saying, what do we do now? I'm like, well, it's holidays. I'm with family. I was just in San Diego for the last week, 10 days. I'm like, I know this is going to be something big. We got to do something different. This separation season. So spoke to my wife, of course, spoke to Becky, and decided to take a trip, business trip out here in Houston. Be different. Do something different, right? Be bold during a time like this. So I was just in San Diego. That's where my family's from for the last 10 days. And I'm back up here in San Francisco now. We drove. It's a 10-hour drive, you know. It's only 7 or 8 hours usually, but holidays plus rain doesn't help. So we drove yesterday 10 hours, got back at, gosh, it was like 11 or 10, something like that. Went to sleep, I think 10:30, 11. Got up at 2:30 a.m. in the morning. And now we're at San Francisco Airport. It's 4:12 a.m. Pacific time. About to head out to Houston and take inspired action. And I'm sharing this because I understand and I'm implementing this principle of separation seasons. What goals do you have? How are you going to end this year? What business goals are you moving towards? What's something different that you can do this week that will challenge you to move into the direction towards your quantum leap? And that's my thought for today. And I want you to think for yourself, do you have an idea of something you can do different now? Do you have an inspired thought? Do you have something you know that you can take action on that normally you wouldn't or others wouldn't as well too? And are you going to take this week and make it the reason why your quantum leap came? Are you going to look back in 2023 towards this week specifically and use this as a reason why you're able to catapult towards the dreams and the goals that you have? So leaving that you with a thought. If you're watching this on replays, I'm sure you are. Just know we'll be back on with our normal lives and everything as well. But want to make sure that this is up by the time you see this, I'll be in the air. So pray for me for a safe flight and for a safe week and a fun week ahead. And I hope to have some cool announcements for you guys in the future as well. Stay tuned. It's going to be cool. But for you, what are you going to do different now? Separation season. Okay. If this resonated with you, share this. And also, what I'd like you to do is, if you have an idea in mind on what you could do with this season, comment separation season. Comment separation season. I'd like to know that you're affirming this and you're committing to this as well too. All right, everyone. Other than that, over and out.